The Las Vegas Raiders are quietly building absolute mayhem in their secondary, but almost everybody is sleeping on the most explosive training camp war waiting to erupt on the outside boundary. Everyone assumes the starting cornerback position opposite Eric Stokes has already been handed on a silver platter to a high-profile draft steal, but they have completely forgotten about the 6'3" speed freak who is ready to physically rip that starting spot away. This isn't just a simple battle for depth on the roster. This is a full-blown position war that is going to dictate how aggressive this entire defense can play when the regular season kicks off. Before we dive in, smash that subscribe button if you want the fastest NFL updates on the planet. Is this upcoming training camp showdown at cornerback about to completely define the entire outcome of the Raiders' upcoming season? If you take a step back and look at what this front office accomplished during the offseason, you can see a massive transformation taking place right before our eyes. The organization made serious moves to rebuild the entire secondary from the inside out. They brought back Jeremy Chin at strong safety, providing that bone-crushing, heavy-hitting backbone every elite defense desperately needs in the box. Then they made the smart business decision to re-sign Eric Stokes to lock down one perimeter spot, while securing Taron Johnson to completely neutralize opposing slot receivers. On paper, that creates an unbelievable, rock-solid foundation for the entire back seven. However, most fans and analysts are completely obsessing over one single name: McCoy. McCoy was universally graded by draft experts as a top 10 overall talent in the entire country who suffered a dramatic, shocking slide all the way down to the 4th round. Why did a premier lockdown corner with elite traits fall that deep into the draft? Back in 2024, he suffered a devastating torn ACL accompanied by severe meniscus damage, forcing him to miss the entire 2025 college football campaign. The rest of the league got terrified by the injury red flags and hesitated, but the Raiders pounced on the high-upside gamble without flinching. When you evaluate McCoy purely on game tape, his college production is absolute poetry in motion. During his standout season at Oregon State, opposing quarterbacks were terrified to throw his way. He was targeted 62 times, but receivers only managed to complete 50% of those passes against him. He gave up just 386 yards, allowed 2 touchdowns, and snatched 4 massive interceptions. On top of that, he recorded 6 pass breakups and held opposing passes. When he transferred to Tennessee to play against elite SEC competition, teams targeted him 47 times, completing 57.4% of those throws for 420 yards, 4 touchdowns, and 2 picks, while keeping the overall passer rating under 98. Standing 6'1" with long 31.25-inch arms, McCoy backed up his film by posting a blazing 4.37 40-yard dash and a massive 38-inch vertical leap at his workouts. New head coach Clint Kubiak has been singing his praises non-stop throughout the entire spring, hinting that McCoy is fully cleared, healthy, and primed to compete for the starting spot on day 1 of training camp. The medical staff intentionally kept him limited during off-season minicamps purely out of extreme caution, but the raw physical traits and instinctual coverage skills are undeniably elite. But wait until you hear why this starting job is nowhere near guaranteed for the rookie draft pick. While the relentless hype train for McCoy keeps gathering unstoppable steam across media outlets, people are completely wiping another certified physical freak from their memories. Enter Darien Porter. Let us settle this heated debate right now in the comment section. Drop a name below. Who takes the starting cornerback spot across from Eric Stokes when Week 1 arrives? Is it Darien Porter or McCoy? Sound off down below. Porter is an absolute physical anomaly that you simply cannot fabricate in a lab. Standing 6'3" and weighing 200 pounds with massive 33-inch arms, he ran a mind-blowing 4.3 flat 40-yard dash at the NFL Combine. He entered the league as a 3rd-round pick in 2025 out of Iowa State, after making a crazy, high-risk position transition from wide receiver to cornerback early in his college career. In his final dominant year at Iowa State, Porter was so intimidating on tape that opposing offensive coordinators refused to throw anywhere near his side of the field. He was targeted a ridiculously low 17 times all season long. Quarterbacks completed just 29.4% of those passes for absurdly low 70 total yards, 0 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. He allowed an unbelievable opponent passer rating of 4.66. Read that again because that is not a typo. 4.66 opponent passer rating. When former legendary head coach Pete Carroll got his hands on Porter in practice, he hyped him up so high that he literally called him the next Richard Sherman, but blessed with lethal 4.3 burners. Yet, when the 2025 NFL regular season actually kicked off, Porter was mysteriously stuck on the bench watching Q Blue Kelly get torched repeatedly week after week. It was total madness that left fans scratching their heads in absolute frustration. It was not until week 11 of last season that the coaching staff finally came to their senses and inserted Porter into the starting lineup full-time. Once he got out on the field, the entire dynamic of the pass defense transformed almost overnight. During his rookie campaign down the stretch, Porter was targeted 31 times in live action, giving up 19 catches for 256 yards, 0 touchdowns, and 0 interceptions, holding opposing NFL passes to a respectable 87.6 passer rating. For a young player who only played corner for a short period in college, those are exceptionally strong, reliable numbers against top-tier wideouts. He proved beyond a shadow of a doubt that he belongs on an NFL field as a legitimate starter, but he still has not locked down the job permanently in the eyes of the new coaching staff. That sets up an irresistible, high-stakes collision course heading directly into training camp. On one hand, you have McCoy, who possesses 2 full years of dominant, high-level college tape against elite receivers, but has not played a single snap of live football since 2024 due to his extensive knee rehab. On the other hand, you have Porter, who has fewer college starts under his belt but boasts rare physical size, track star speed, and actual regular season NFL starting experience from late last year. Head coach Clint Kubiak and his defensive staff are walking into training camp with 2 completely different monsters who are hungry for the exact same starter representatives. One guy is returning from a massive injury layoff looking to prove the draft board made a catastrophic mistake by letting him drop to the 4th round, while the other guy is fighting tooth and nail to prove his rookie second-half surge was just a tiny preview of an upcoming superstar breakout season. When you factor in the elite safety play of Jeremy Chin alongside locked-in veterans like Eric Stokes and Taron Johnson anchoring the rest of the coverage, whoever emerges victorious from this intense secondary war is going to make the Las Vegas defensive backfield an absolute nightmare for opposing offensive coordinators all season long. Every single pass rep in camp is going to carry massive weight, and neither player can afford to slip up for a single play.